The following educational video is a general introduction for students and parents who want to learn more about the college personal statement writing process. The series is brought to you by African Female Remember Our Story Inc. at www.theafrostory.com. Hello, everybody. I am back with some twins over here on the left side. Do you see my flowers on the left side over here? Well, anyway, they're real flowers. They were a gift. And I would like to present a gift to you guys, actually. No, this is not a giveaway. See, y'all, this is not a giveaway, okay? Well, if you interpret it that way, then more power to you. This is better than a giveaway. I want to first start by saying this is the season. This is the season for some of you guys to be thinking about some important things that will be happening in your life. So anyway, this will begin the first of my How to Write a Personal Statement series. Yes! See what I mean? How important that is? I am a former teacher of composition, English composition on the university level, and creative writing. I am a writer myself. I am a writing consultant who have consulted with honor students on the college level. I've consulted with undergraduates, master's students, and doctoral students on their writing, and some faculty members. Yes, okay. And so, with that said, why wouldn't I want to talk about the most important thing, or one of the most important things you could ever write, if this is the path you would like to go down? So, this begins the first of many more videos to come, and an introduction to one of my services that I love to work on, and that's specializing in consulting people that are writing personal statements. Okay? So, with that, let's start with the first thing, or one of the first things you may want to do before you even write your personal statement, and that is research. Research and dissect. That's what I call this, okay? This is PS 101, Personal Statement Room 101, okay? So, you decide to apply to a college, or you decide to apply to or apply for a scholarship, or if you're going to the grad level, you're applying for a master's program or a doctoral program, or you're applying for a fellowship or a grant, a research award, what have you, a travel award if you want to study abroad, what have you. Personal statements are used in many things, not just for college, not just to apply to get into college. Once you actually get into college, you may have to write something similar to a personal statement again. And so one of the first things that you need to do is dissect. Dissection of the personal statement is always very important. What does Afro Story mean by dissect? Dissection means, this is not what it means. Okay, you have an application package and you know you have to write a personal statement. So without even looking at the instructions, you start typing on your laptop or writing on your notepad. Do not do that. Read your personal statement first. Read it front to back, left to right, up and down, all around. Read that personal statement through and through. Now, personal statements, I can say that I haven't read every single personal statement in the world, but I have read a lot of personal statements cross-cutting multiple levels in the academic world, meaning undergrad, graduate, doctorate, faculty. Not faculty, because I never read a personal statement from a faculty member. Read grant proposals from faculty members. Also, Cross-cutting different disciplines. I've read personal statements for people that are applying to business school, history, medicine, law, engineering, astronomy, anthropology, English, what have you. I've read personal statements from many people, from different places, on different levels, from different disciplines. And there's a few things that I find to be trends, anyway, at the university that I consulted at. And one of the trends, as far as what type of personal statement one may receive, and again, these people are applying to different places, okay, and they're applying for different things. And one thing that I find in a personal statement, that it either asks you write a personal statement or write a letter of intent, or they'll just tell you flat out just to write a personal statement. So that gives you more creative freedom to structure your personal statement. Seemingly structure it with freedom. There are always constraints involved, said and unsaid. The second thing would be they'll provide you with a specific prompt. For example, what made you decide to apply to our program? Okay? Or what made you decide to do this? Or what qualifies you to do this? You may get a one sentence or, very brief prompt that you must write upon. And another one that I've seen is that a person will be asked several questions that they have to have short responses to. Okay? So one with absolutely no questions and just like a basic write a personal statement, write a letter of intent. You're supposed to know what that means, right? The second one is you're receiving a very specific prompt, and there's one prompt that you have to write on. And the third one is you're given a lot of different questions that you must give short responses from. Learn the structure when you dissect. When you're dissecting a short response, personal statement with multiple questions, do not dissect that and expect to find the same requirements that you would find for a personal statement that gives you no questions. So this is what I'm saying by dissection, okay? The second thing that I said beyond dissect is research. Once you dissect and open it up, if you've ever been in anatomy and physiology or, biology 101 or what have you, you know that you have a book, an anatomy and physiology book or some sort of textbook about the human body or what have you, or if you're dissecting a cat or a frog, you have some sort of text that you go to refer to identify some of those organs or different types of things that you may find within the body. It's the same thing with the personal statement. When you go to dissect that personal statement, the things that you're asked to write about, and you don't necessarily understand what you're asked to write about, or you need some clarification, then you must go to the text. And what I mean by the text is the university's main website, the website of the department that you're applying to, the website of the actual admissions committee for the or the graduate school or for undergraduate where you would go to. You have to actually look to the text, and that would be your university's website and whatever specific sub-site that you must refer to specifically for your program or your scholarship or what have you. So you need to go there to do your research. All right, look at what they're asking you. They'll tell you something that they don't want. Frequent their FAQ section, their facts and questions section. Frequent that a lot because sometimes you'll find your question may have already been answered. So look to that section to see if you could get some clarity there. Okay? Definitely exhaust all different resources as far as what you may find on their website before you do the next thing. And the final thing I'll share with you guys in this particular installment of the personal statement series, and that is inquire. Dissect, research, and inquire. If you have dissected your personal statement, you split it open, all right, you looked at those questions front to left, left to right, up, down, all around, and you're still not quite certain about what they're asking. You've went to their site, you've exhausted all the different types of avenues that you may find within that site. You looked at their facts and Their frequent questions, their questions and answer section, so the Q&A question, the Q&A section. You looked at that. You're still not quite sure. You looked at all their different types of windows within their site. Some may be heavily, the answer may be heavily embedded. But if it wasn't embedded, but you looked at every single aspect of their website and still haven't found it, then you need to inquire. All right. There's normally a contact person on a website that you can refer to, in a department that you can refer to, that normally receives those type of questions. So ask them, but you better be very careful that the question that you ask is not already answered. So that's why I say you need to dissect it first, then research, then inquire. Okay? So these are the 3 steps that I think we should get into the habit of doing before we even write our personal statement. And it takes some time, so that's why I say don't procrastinate. I tell my students, do not procrastinate writing a personal statement. Yes, you've done most of the hard work already. Okay? You've already done the classes. You already got the GPA. You've done your extracurricular activities. You've done the volunteer service. You've got your resume on point. You got your recommendations. You got all of this stuff. And then you're asked to do this one last thing. Why do admissions committees, graduate schools, scholarship donors, why do all these people want to have me write a personal statement? Well, that'll be the subject of my next video in this series. So, as I always say, within all of us is a story. If we never tell it, we'll never know the woman. So, women, tell your story or no one else will. And of course, this applies to my male subscribers as well. So, part of that is getting personal in your personal statement. And we'll talk about that in the next video. Bye.